Welcome to Learn Commerce PU online classes. Don't forget to like our video and subscribe our YouTube channel for all the updates.
Welcome to our first PU Computer Science online classes. In last class we already completed the most important chapter, that is the control statement, and also we used some of the important practical programs in our in control statement chapter here. Now in today's class we are going to complete the new chapter. The name of the chapter is called as the array. Okay, the spelling of the array, ARRAYS, arrays. In this case it's the chapter 11. The chapter name is the arrays here. Now what's the meaning of the array? So here we can say that an array is a collection of objects. Okay, in this case it is a collection of objects. So when you are going to see this example, here many numbers are there. The numbers, that means the A is the name of the array. In A variable we collected the object, we collected the numbers in this case. That means such A not just only hold the number 10, such A variable or the array name holds the number 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. Clear this point here? So we can say that, otherwise we know that in one variable, just only such one variable is using to initialize one variable, one value. Okay, we initializing one value into the variable, but in case of the array not like that here. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತಾ ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೆ? ಯಾಕೆಂದ್ರೆ ನಾವು ಯಾವುದೇ ಒಂದು ವೇರಿಯೇಬಲ್ ಡಿಕ್ಲೇರ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೇವಲ್ಲ, ಆ ಒಂದು ವೇರಿಯೇಬಲ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಮಾತ್ರ ನಾವು ತಕೊಳ್ಳಿಕ್ಕೆ ಸಾಧ್ಯ ಆಗ್ತದೆ. ಓಕೆ ಕ್ಯಾ? ಸೊ ಮೇ ಬಿ ಇಫ್ ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ಎ array program, that means sure we can say that the one variable A, okay, holds the value 10 only. But in case if you are using the program, array program, then it possible to use the large amount of data in one variable. That means 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. Okay, so maybe in program, in case you want to use the large amount of the data here, then sure you need to use the program. The program name is called as the array program. So we can say that the array is a collection of objects and all the objects have the same name and same data type. So 10 ಗೆ array name A, 20 ಕೂಡ array name A, 30 array name is the A here, 40 array name A, and 50 also the array name A. So we can say that all the objects have the same data type, no any changes in the data type here. If you are declaring this variable using the data type int, means all the objects have the same data type and the same array name here. So we can say that again. I am going to, it's a very important question, 1 mark question here. The meaning of the array, or what is an array here? That means the collection of objects and all the objects have the same name and the same data type here. And the object is also called as the element. ಹಾಗಾದ್ರೆ object ಗೆ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಹೆಸರು ನಾವು ಯಾವುದು ಹೇಳಬಹುದು? The object, other name we can say as the element. Okay kya? And the element is numbered as, so which one is the element? Now whatever I return, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, all are called as the objects, all are called as the element here. So the element are numbered as here. That means how we are going to, maybe I want to access the element 20, then sure I need to use the position value, the position value of the 21. Okay, maybe I want to access the element 40, the position value is 3. So that means we can say that maybe to access any element, okay kya, within the array, that means sure first of all we need to use the position value of the element here. So we can say the element are numbered as the 0, 1, 2, 3 to n minus 1 here. Okay, So 0 to n minus 1 in this case. So you have to remember it, how I given the position value. I am not started here the position value by using 1, 2, 3, 4. So always remember it here. Maybe in computer the memory location going to start by using the number. The number is the 0 only. Okay, here the memory location number is 0 only in this case here. So we can say that. So we can say the element numbered as the 0 to n minus 1. Okay, here. So 0, that means here how many elements are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Correct here? 5 minus 1 going to start from 0. 0 to 5 minus 1. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತಾ? ನಾನು 5 minus 1 ಯಾವುದು ಬರ್ದದ್ದು? 0 ಇದ್ದ ಹಾಗೇನೆ ಬರ್ದಿದ್ದೇನೆ. TO, that is our 2 ಎಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಎಲ್ಲಿಯವರೆಗೆ. ಸೊ 2 n minus 1 here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. n minus 1, n value is 5. 5 minus 1. So 0 to 4. Correct, no? 0 to 4. So what's the position? It started, the position value started from 0 and reached till the 4. That means we got 0 to 4. That is equal to 5 only. ಯಾಕೆಂದ್ರೆ ಎಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಪೊಸಿಷನ್ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಆಗ್ತದೆ? 0 ಇಂದ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಆಗ್ತದೆ. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. ಹಾಗಾದ್ರೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ ಇದೆ? 5 elements. Okay, kya? So we can say that the element numbered as 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 or maybe 0 to n minus 1 respectively here. And the numbers, so whatever the numbers I used as a position value of the element, correct, no? 0 to n minus 1. So these number are called as the subscripts. Okay, so these number are called as the subscripts here and also called as the indices. Okay, the other name of the subscripts is called as the indices. In this case here, INDICEX. Maybe if many numbers are there, indices. Maybe if one number is the index value. Okay, INDEX and also called as the subscripts. ಯಾವುದಕ್ಕೆ subscripts ಹೇಳ್ತೇವೆ? ಈ position value, the ಮೇಲಿನ position value ಗೆ subscript or the index value going to tell here. So clear this point, the meaning of the subscript, and laterwards we can say that here. So these number, correct, no? So these number are used. Why we using the subscript or the index value? So these number are used to locate the position of the element within the array. Correct, no? We can say just by using the position value, or we can say that just by using the element, we can say such element are there. Such element is there in position 0. This element is there in position 1. The position of the element 32 here. The position of the element 43. The position of the element 50. That is the 4. Because started from the value, subscript value 0. Okay, here. So this is about our some point in case of the arrays in this case. So clear this point. What about the array here and what about the subscript value, or in case of the index value here, and later what's the value, the position value going to start in case of our array in this case here. Correct, no? And later we can say that means the array element can be directly accessed as, maybe I want to access the element 30. Then sure, how it possible to access the element 30? By using the position value of the element 30. I can access the element 30, and maybe you want to access the element 50, then sure by using the position value 4 I can access the element 50 here. So we can say that the array element can be directly accessed as A of 0, 10, A of 1, 20, 2, position 30, 3, 40, 4, 50, or an array can be represented as the 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 here. So in this example, we can say what's the name of the array? The name of the array is called as the A. Correct, no? The name of the array is the A here, and later the element, that means here the A of 0 contains the element 10, the A of 1 contains the element 20, 2, 30 and 4, 50 here. So this is the example of the representation of an array in this case. Now let's, after that, after completing some information about the subscript index here, and what about the directly accessing of the array element, and by using, that means it started by using first position value, by using which number we know that is going to start the position value that is equal to the 0. And after that, let's the meaning of the zero based indexing. It's a very important one mark question. The meaning of the zero based indexing. The meaning of zero based indexing, we can say that here the method of numbering the ith element. Here ith means I am using as the this type, okay, the capital, that means here letter I and th, okay, the ith element with index I minus 1, okay, with the index I minus 1. Otherwise we can say that the method of numbering nth element with index n minus 1 is called as the zero based indexing. We already completed 0 to n minus 1, only called as the zero based indexing, as we know that the position value going to start by using the number is the 0. So the meaning of the zero based indexing means here we can say the method of numbering the nth element or ith element with the index I minus 1 or n minus 1 is called as the zero based indexing here. And after completing the zero based indexing here, now let's the in other way how we are going to write the meaning of the array. So we can say that, as we know the meaning of the array, an array is a collection of element, an array is a collection of object, because we know the element only called as the objects, correct? No, an array is a collection of objects or element, and where all the element have the or are the same data type and they or with the same name, correct? No, so all element have the same data type and the same name. So this is in other way we can say the meaning of the array here. And later after completing the meaning of the array, now let's the need for arrays, okay. So what about the need for arrays in this case here? So what we can say in case of the need for arrays? So as we know that, just if you are using a single variable declaration, okay, in case in program if you are using one variable, as we know that such one variable have only one value, it contains only one value, correct? No, but just only if you are using arrays, okay, in program here, the arrays whatever the method are there of our arrays here, if you are using in program, then only it possible just by using the in one declaration it possible to take the collection of the elements here. So this is the uses of the array. So we can say in this case here, that means in case of our need for array here, if that means the large number of the variables you want to use in program is, it would be a difficult and long process. Maybe I want to use 10 variable. If it is not a array program, maybe it's a other kind of a program here, then sure in case you want to use 10 numbers means, that means here 10 variable we need to declare, correct? No, ಯಾಕೆಂದ್ರೆ ನನಗೆ 10 numbers ಅನ್ನು ಕೊಡಬೇಕು, ಅದು ಅರೆ ಪ್ರೋಗ್ರಾಮ್ ಅಲ್ಲ, ಅರೆ ಬಿಟ್ಟು ನಾವು ಬೇರೆ ಪ್ರೋಗ್ರಾಮ್ ಅನ್ನು ಬರಿತಾ ಇದ್ದೇವೆ. ಹಾಗಾದ್ರೆ ನಿಮಗೆ 10 numbers ಕೊಡಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಆ ಪ್ರೋಗ್ರಾಮ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ, ಹಾಗಾದ್ರೆ ನಿಮಗೆ 10 ವೇರಿಯೇಬಲ್ ಡಿಕ್ಲೇರ್ ಮಾಡಲೇಬೇಕು, ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್? ನೋ, when you are going to declare 10 variable for 10 numbers, we can say that it would be a long and difficult process, correct? No, because we need to use separate variable name here, we need to declare the each one of these variable. Just use ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಆಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ ವೇರಿಯೇಬಲ್ ಅನ್ನು, with that we need to declare the variable. As we know, we already written some important practical programs, and we know that before going to take the variable name, we need to declare the variable, correct? No, so we can say that here in this case the need for array means not just only we are going to use the variable, with that we need to first of all declare the variable. When you are going to declare the variable 10 variable, it should be a long and difficult process here, correct? No, to use variable name and then to type the declaration for each one of these variable. But how it possible to solve this program? So we can say that such problem we can solve by using the method like arrays. Okay kya? So array kya, that means the array are the solution to this problems here, because the array can store in this case the large amount of data here, but a normal variable can store only one value at a given time. So array ಅಲ್ಲಿ one variable ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕೆಲವೊಂದು ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ನಾವು ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಬಹುದು. ಅದೇ ನಾರ್ಮಲ್ ವೇರಿಯೇಬಲ್ ಆಗಿದ್ರೆ ಆ ನಾರ್ಮಲ್ ವೇರಿಯೇಬಲ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ just it possible to take only one value at a given time. For example, a value is equal to 10. Now this is the example of the normal variable. Okay, the example of the normal variable, that means such normal variable using only one value at a given time. But in case if you are using the array, that means such array, by using the array it possible to take large amount of data. Okay, here large amount of data just only in one variable. The data are 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. So this is the need for arrays here. So clear this point, the need for the arrays here, and after that we are going to complete the types of arrays. So how many types are there in arrays? So we can say that there are three types of arrays are there. The first type is the one dimensional array, two dimensional array, and multi-dimensional array. The types of the array are one dimensional array and two dimensional array, multi-dimensional array. So there are three types are there. Now after completing, as we know that in today's class we are going to complete the meaning of the array, and later next one we completed the need for arrays here. Now the third point about our types of the arrays. As we know that there are three types of arrays are there. The first type is the one dimensional array, second one two dimensional array, and third type of the array is called as the multi-dimensional array. So again I want to repeat: one dimensional array, two dimensional array, and multi-dimensional array. Okay, now first of all I want to tell the meaning of the one dimensional array. So what do you mean by a one dimensional array? So we can say that it is an array. So what's the meaning of the array? As we know that the meaning of the array, an array is a collection of objects, correct? No, and such objects are also called as the element. So we can say that an array is a collection of objects. The object only called as the element, and all the objects have the same name and same data type. We already know, correct? No, by using the example of the array, how the array going to represent here, or an array can be represented as maybe 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. As we know that the first element 10 have the position value 0 here, and later the position value will going to continue, that is the 10, 0, 20, 1 here, 30, 2, 43 here, and lastly the 50 point, that is the position value that is equal to 4, correct na here? So we can say that the meaning of the one dimensional array, so it is an array in which the each element is accessed by using only one subscript. Clear this point here? The each element, as we know that, for example I want to use one example for the array. So here maybe our 56, second one is the 67, third one is the 29. Okay, just only the three objects, the collection of elements I want to use in this example. As we know that the first position value going to start by using the position number 0, for second one it is the 1, and for no 29 the position value 29. Now I want to access the element 67, then sure what's the position value you are going to use? As we know that the position value that is equal to the 1. If you are using the position value 1, that means we can access the element 67, correct? No, here? So just only I said in case of the meaning of the array. So what about the array here? So here we can say that it is an array in which the each element is accessed by using only one subscript. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತಾ ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೆ? ಯಾವುದೇ ಒಂದು ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ ನಾವು ಹೇಗೆ ಆಕ್ಸೆಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೇವೆ, ಯಾವುದೇ ಒಂದು ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ ಅನ್ನು ನಾವು ಆಕ್ಸೆಸ್ ಮಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಜಸ್ಟ್ ವಿ ಆರ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಯೂಸ್ ದಿ position of the array. By using the position of the array we can access any element of the array here. So this is the meaning of one dimensional array here. So that means such a position of the element of the array is going to use in case of to access the element. Okay, now after completing our one dimensional array meaning, let's the declaration of the arrays here. So how to declare the array? I want to declare one array element or I want to declare the array name. As we know that the declaration of one dimensional array, that is data type array underscore name. Otherwise instead of array underscore name you can use array name, no problem here. Okay, and later next one, opening of the square bracket. Now I am not going to tell, maybe the parenthesis or floor bracket, you have to listen it properly. Here just only to write the size of the array we need to open the square bracket. So opening of the square bracket, then we have to write the size, then closing of the square bracket, and lastly we need to terminate such a statement or the declaration of one dimensional array by using the semicolon. So clear this point? So ನಾನು ಈಗ ಯಾವುದು ಹೇಳಿದ್ದೇನೆ ಅದನ್ನು ನಾವು declaration of one dimensional array ಹೇಳ್ತೇವೆ. So how to write the declaration? That means the declaration of one dimensional array, data type array underscore name, opening of the square bracket, size, closing of the square bracket, and the semicolon. Okay, kya? Now let's, what about the meaning of each point here? So first of all I want to tell the meaning of the data type. So what are the data type or what's the data type we can use in case of the declaration of the array here? So we can say where data type describe, that means the type of the element, the type of the element to be stored. So which type of data type we can use here? The data type are int, char, okay, float, double, struct, pointer, okay, yeah, on a union here. So this one is all of the data type we can use in case of the data type. So ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತಾ? ಯಾವುದೆಲ್ಲ ಡಾಟಾ ಟೈಪ್ ನಾವು ತಗೊಳ್ಬಹುದು, ನಮಗೆ ಈಗ ಯಾವುದೇ ಒಂದು ಅರೇ ನೇಮ್ ಈಗ ಡಿಕ್ಲೇರ್ ಮಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಇದ್ರೆ ಯಾವುದೆಲ್ಲ ಡಾಟಾ ಟೈಪ್ ನಾವು ತಗೊಳ್ಬಹುದು. ಸೊ ವಿ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಟೇಕ್ ಸಮ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿ ಡಾಟಾ ಟೈಪ್ ಆರ್ ಇಂಟ್, char, float and double, union, struct, pointer. Correct me here? So all are the data type we can take. Okay, now we know that what are the data type we can take here. Now next thing about our array name. So what's the meaning of the array name? The meaning of the array name, that means it is the common name, and such common name is used by all collection of the elements, the collection of the objects. So array name is the name of the array, just be providing some name to the array here. So this is about our array name. And as we know that whatever the size is that, maybe in case you want to use the collection of the objects, such collection of the object we need to use by using the size. So size is an integer expression, that means in case of the size we can't give float expression. Correct? No, as we know the float expression, one example 5.6, correct? Here 5.6, that means we can't take all this type of the fractional point here. So we can say that the size is an integer expression, the integer value maybe we can take for our size, maybe the 2, maybe 3 or 5 or 10 or 100. So this type of size we can take here. So it is an integer expression. Clear this point? And that represent or indicate the maximum number of element to be stored inside the array here. So and later lastly the statement or the declaration of the array is terminated by using the semicolon. So clear? ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತಾ ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೆ? So each and every point I completed here. What about the data type and what's the name or what's the meaning of the array name, the name of the array. And as we know that in case of the size, sure we are going to take the integer expression. That means here the collection of the element, how many element you want to enter inside the array, that only call as the size. Okay, now let's